Hey guys, Dayln here, and welcome to this video. So today is the 36th and 37th day, I think, of the World Event series. I do apologize for not having uploaded a video yesterday. I had one all recorded and rendered and stuff, and then I thought about what I said in it, and I didn't really want to upload it. Just because I was kind of frustrated last night, so I was kind of venting. But after I woke up this morning, I was like, I don't think I really want to upload this. So like I said, apologies for that. So this will be a compilation of 2 days. Well, not really a compilation, like, it just basically is a 2-day. I've done a couple of these before, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. But yeah, I was a little stressed yesterday, just from a couple of different things that I have mostly taken care of now. So, hopefully it should be a non-issue. So, whatever. So yeah, I'll talk about that later. I just want to get the world event stuff out of the way first. So first off, I am only 13k from 92 construction, which I obviously will be getting today. So I'm thinking 92 is going to be the max level I'm going to be able to get to. I'm going to get fairly close, I think, to 93, but I don't think I'm actually going to get that level from the world event. But, like I said, I was only aiming for 90, so anything above that was definitely just a plus in my book, so definitely a good thing. I'm 115k from 88 farming, which I should get probably tomorrow. So that's also a good thing. That's also pretty good. So, yeah. So, I'm probably only going to get 88 farming from this just because I used the majority of my lamps on crafting to get 90 crafting. And then also plus the fact that, I didn't use lamps the entire time. If I had used lamps, if I had bought lamps with my renown for the entire event, I probably would have been able to get at least 90 farming, and then possibly could have gotten an herb lore level. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I probably would have been able to get that 90 farming and crafting. But whatever. I think you're supposed to be able to get the War Priest stuff now as drops from the respective God Wars bosses after the event is over, because I think that's the way that the Zami and Sarah works right now. So I think that's what I heard. So, I mean, I could have, went and killed bosses, but I don't really care too much. I just spent my renown on it. I'm probably not honestly going to use War Priest just because I'm going to have access to Port's armor. But, it was more so something that I got just to say that I had it, more than really anything else. So, anyways, but yeah, so that's what the world event stands right now. Right now, Arma's leading by 24.1 mil. I mean, I'm fairly confident now, like 99% sure that Bandos is just not going to win. There's no way that they can make up a 24 mil renown deficit that they have. I mean, it's just not going to happen before the world event is over. So, unfortunately, Bandos is going to lose. And we'll see what happens in terms of lore and in terms of backstory and stuff once the world event is over. I'll probably post the cutscenes. When that's over, I'll probably post the cutscenes, maybe kind of go over the lore or something in case some people don't understand something, or, I'll share my opinions and that kind of stuff. So I'll do a video about that after the world event is over. So. And then after the world event is over, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do in terms of video series or just YouTube in general. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I'm still debating if I want to go for 99 straight out, or if I want to try and just do money making and stuff to get 90 plus skills. Because if I do that, I probably wouldn't make a video series about it. But if I went for a 99, I would. Just because, I've done the road to 99 whatever series before. I did one for Slayer, I did one for Thieving, I also did one for Divination. I just never reached that because of, I got bored with Divination. But, once I go for 99, I will definitely be doing a video series about it as well. So anyways, let's see. I sent off a chi mission today. I failed the last one, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to make Sea Singers. But this one was a total, it was all morale. The last one was split between, morale and combat. This one is all morale. And my ships that are in one stat are fairly optimized right now, so hopefully that should succeed. So tomorrow I should probably have full Sea Singers, which would be nice. And then I'll be able to work on the locker for for Death Lotus. I think I have around 75 lacquer right now, so I only need 25 more for the Death Lotus body, and then I'll work on the chaps and then obviously the home. So that's really how I do it in terms of ports armor, just because, you know, I want to go from most expensive to least expensive, just so, you know, it feels like I have to get less, just because, like, I've gotten the biggest part out first, and then the medium part, and then I have less to get, so that's the reason that I do that. Let's see. So anyways, that is really what I'm doing right now in terms of RuneScape. I've been playing a little bit more Smite lately as well. They just did a patch yesterday, or, well, this morning, really, like, early this morning. They released a new god today. One of the first tanks they've released in a long time. I think this is the first tank that they've released since I've been playing the game. Or at least, like, I played it a long time ago, but then I didn't really like it, so I stopped playing, and then, I got back into it again, and this is the first tank that they've released since I've been playing the game. Like, almost all the gods that they've released, like, they've released, an 80 carry since I've been playing. They've released a mage, an assassin, a bruiser. So basically a guardian or a tank was the only class they hadn't released since I started playing. So they released them today, although you don't really play Kev as a tank exactly. You play him more sort of bruiserish, although he is classed as a guardian or tank. Okay. And then they added some new maps and that kind of stuff, so I've been, you know, playing around with that patch today, so that's one of the reasons why I haven't really been on RuneScape too much, just because I was busy playing the patch. What is this? It's a yew tree. So yeah. And then, okay. So basically, okay, so I'm going to get to the part that, like, kind of stressed me out. I'm not going to go, like, super in-depth just because I'll feel like I'm ranting a lot, and, you know, I don't really want to do that too much, but I'll just tell you guys what's going on and why I was really stressed out yesterday. So basically, first off, I lost my keys at the college on campus. I took a nap in the library between my classes. I hadn't put my keys in my pocket like I normally do. So when I got up and I left the library, I realized I didn't have them with me. I had left them somewhere, so I left them in the library while I was sleeping. And I go back and they're not there. Like, I'm literally, like, panicking, freaking out, but I have to go to class. Like, I have to head to class, so I don't have time to look for them. So I go to class. I'm pretty much panicking the entire time I'm in class, like, internally, not late, but, like, just mentally, I'm like, I'm screwed, because I has, like, my car key on it, which is my transportation to school, so I would have to call my mom to get the spare key, which would be awkward. I also had my house key and my mailbox key on it as well, so I was, like, needless to say, I was freaking out a little bit. So after panicking during that class, I go back to the library, asked the librarian, and she said that she had brought it up to security. So fortunately, I'd found them, but that did not start my day off very well. And then I've also, now this is, like, kind of a touchy subject right now. But so I got doxxed. For those of you who don't know what that is, you can Google it, and if you go to Google and you type in dox, D-O-X, and then you type in the X, also hacking, you'll come up to a couple different definitions of it. So basically what it is, and like I said, you can Google it for a more thorough explanation. Basically what it is, is someone manages to get a hold of some sort of information about you. Typically it's an email, but not all the time. But once they have an email, basically they can trace that email throughout pretty much the internet and find a lot of information about you, depending on how much information you put online. I don't put too much information online, but I do have things like my address and my phone number and all that stuff on my Facebook, which I do keep separate from, like, my gaming online experience. Like, I keep that separate for basically that reason, just so people can't trace me and go back and, like, find my house and find, like, my number and, like, all that stuff, like my address. Like, that's one of the big reasons that I keep my real life stuff and RuneScape separate, like my gaming stuff separate, because there are a lot of people out there in the gaming community who will do hacking and DDoSing and doxing and that kind of stuff, and that's one of the reasons that I do. But I was stupid and linked on one of the forums that I use. I linked the same email that I use on my Facebook to that account, and then the database of that forums got leaked. Because someone hacked it, and so the person who doxed me got access to my email, therefore found my Facebook, therefore doxed me. So basically they had access to a lot of my information. Now normally I wouldn't be too bothered by this, basically because I intentionally have that public on my Facebook and that kind of stuff, like, it's not a big deal. Like, if you know me, you can easily find that information. Like, most of the information on my Facebook you can find in a phone book anyway. So I'm not too worried about it. That's what I wasn't too worried about it. And then the reason that I was worried and that I got worried was because he's basically blackmailing me by asking me for, like, nudes, and, like, it's a lot of sexual stuff, which I refuse to do. That's disgusting. But so that happened, and he kept PMing me on the forums that I used. Basically, how I dealt with it is I basically just quit the forums that he used, because he threatened to leak my information multiple times. I've played chicken with him. I said, do it, I don't care, and he always deflects, or he leaves the conversation, says, oh, quote unquote, I'll be back in a couple hours, basically. So I'm pretty sure he just doesn't have the balls to do it. And like I said, the reason that I was concerned about it was because, one, I didn't know how much information he actually managed to get, because, I mean, depending on how good of a hacker he is and or was, he could get information like credit card numbers, like confidential stuff that I don't want anyone to know, that I intentionally keep offline for the most part. The only thing I use my credit card numbers online for is just buying stuff, usually off of Amazon, and sometimes for games and that kind of stuff. And then my social security number as well, but I only put that into job applications and college applications, which are fairly tightly locked up. So I wasn't too worried about that. But, you know, I wasn't sure how much he had. I had a conversation with the guy today, which is when I made the decision, basically, to just stop contact. He basically asked me for my Skype. I told him, if you don't know what my Skype is, you're obviously not a very good hacker. He's like, well, just because I have your address and stuff doesn't mean that I have your Skype. I'm like, okay, so I'm not worried, definitely not anymore worried about that he has anything important, because if he doesn't even have my Skype, he doesn't have anything that isn't already public that I don't really care about. So I have the problem pretty much taken care of. If he goes ahead and leaks it, the forum that I'm on, I'm friends with the admins and the mods. I can get him banned, I can get the information deleted, all that stuff, so I'm not worried at all anymore. And then the other reason that I was worried is he threatened to leak it on a bug abuse website, which would put me on people's radars, which was what bothered me the most. It's just the fact that he was threatening me to do that. But if he's not even going to leak it on the forum that I'm using, I'm pretty sure he probably doesn't have the balls to do it anywhere else. So that's basically the reason, like I said, that I didn't upload a video yesterday. I ranted on about that for a really long time in the video yesterday. So I didn't upload the video for that purpose, just because, you know, I didn't really want to. But since I have the problem mostly taken care of at this point, I feel more comfortable talking about it and not getting really angry. Because the video yesterday was kind of really angry. Like, I was pretty mad. And you guys know me, I don't get mad very often. I'm really chill. But that just kind of got under my skin. And like I said, it's not because he doxed me. It's more so that, like I said, at this point yesterday, I was unsure of the information that he had access to, but with the conversation that I had today, it was fairly enlightening that he doesn't know as much as I feared or possibly thought, just because if he doesn't have my Skype, there's no way that he has anything else. He says he has my extended family's information, my friends' information. I'm like, you don't. If you don't even know that I don't use Skype for personal, he was like, do you know all your friends' Skypes? I was like, I don't use Skype for personal stuff. Like, I prefer face-to-face conversation, and I'm not a big fan of Skype for that purpose. I'd rather be hanging out with someone in person, or, like, if I do things online, usually it's over, like, Facebook messages or, like, text or something. So I'm not a big fan of, like, phone calls. I feel like I get really anxiety prone with phone calls. So yeah, so basically, like I said, that gives me pretty much a really good reassurance that he doesn't really know anything. So I am pretty much over the thing. You know, I'm just going to quit the forums that I was on, because I don't want to have to deal with the pest, because he basically just, after I realized that he became more of a pest than anything, was just more annoying, because he was incessantly asking for, like, sexual things that I am not going to repeat. So anyways, like I said, that's why I did not upload a video yesterday, and I do apologize for that. It's just I was really stressed out yesterday. I was not in a good mood. I didn't feel like uploading a video in that state of mind. So anyways, on a happier note, after I kind of ranted a little bit, but it was not nearly as bad as yesterday's rant. After, like, I rewatched that video, I was like, I'm not uploading this. But anyways, I did get my headset yesterday, actually. They're actually really nice headphones. I was definitely not expecting the qualities of what I've gotten so far. I mean, I've only had it for like 2 days, so I'm not sure how well they're gonna hold up as time goes on, but we'll see. But at this point in time, I'm actually really satisfied with them. If any of you are curious, they're basically Gearonic headphones. Actually, let me quickly check. I bookmarked the Amazon page. I bought them off of Amazon for like $13, which, like I said, is why I am so satisfied with them, because these were extremely cheap. You know, these are $13 headphones, and they have pretty good quality for the fact that it's $13. I mean, you can get headphones that are like $60 up to $200, and I mean, I don't exactly know what they sound like, obviously, because I've never had them, but for my purpose of headphones, these are actually fairly good. So basically, if you guys are curious, what they're called is Gearonic TM. I bought the orange ones, or they have like black, blue, green, pink, purple, red, yellow, green, yellow, and yellow, purple. But I bought the orange one. They're adjustable. Over-ear headphones, stereo headphones. It's a 3.0mm for iPods, MP3s, MP4s, PC, iPhone music. So they're really nice headphones, actually. I definitely, at this point in time, like I said, recommend them because they're cheap. You kind of have to, like, take into the fact that these are cheap headphones. I did get them actually 2 days early. I was supposed to get them tomorrow, was the earliest that I was supposed to get them, but I got them yesterday, so that was a good thing. They're really nice, adjustable. I don't know if they would work for someone with a larger head. I have a fairly small head, and these, you know, they work, but I feel like if anyone had a larger head, it would be a little bit more uncomfortable. They are technically on-ear headphones, however, they kind of just rest on your ear, so sometimes it is a little uncomfortable to wear them for long periods of time. But I feel like I'll probably get used to that just after a while, and I mean, I can take them off for maybe 2 or 3 minutes and then put them back on, and then it's a non-issue, so that's nice. The plastic is kind of flimsy, but, I mean, like I said, what do you expect for $13? I think if you're just careful with them, you don't just, like, throw them around, just if you treat them well, I think they'll probably hold up. The audio is actually fairly good considering, like I said, $13. Like I said, I've never had a pair of headphones that is more than like 40, so I don't really have anything to compare it to, so I don't really feel comfortable, you know, saying if the audio quality is really good or really bad. I find it really good, but also just keep in mind that I've been using earbuds for a really long time, so, yeah, I definitely recommend the headphones. They actually look really nice. Although something that might turn people off to it is they do look like Beats ripoffs, like Beats knockoffs. That's one of the big reasons I bought them, is because they are pretty stylish. They look nice, but they are Beats knockoffs. They look really, really, really similar to Beats. Although Beats, in my opinion, are really, really overpriced as well. I mean, for what you get with Beats, you basically pay through the nose to get an endorsement from Dre and whoever else sponsors them, whereas you could buy like a pair of Audio Techas for like $60, $70 and get a on par, if not surpassing, quality of audio, you know. So anyways, I do definitely recommend the headphones if you're going to use them for kind of just music purposes and whatever. Probably not for like if you're a recorder or something, or a music artist. I probably wouldn't recommend them for that. But if for like everyday usage, definitely they're pretty good headphones. And I will, you know, talk about them a week out, month out, just to tell you what they sound like and how they've held up. Because keep in mind, like I said, I've had these for like 2 days. So I can't really say a lot about them at this point just because of that reason. Because I have not had them too long, but for how long I've had them and what they are actually fairly good. So anyways, guys, I think I've been probably rambling on enough. I am about to get 92 construction actually, but I'm gonna actually sign off. But yeah, so like I said, I do apologize for not having uploaded the video yesterday, but I was not in really the right state of mind to be uploading a video, unfortunately. So But yeah, that problem is pretty much all taken care of. I'm not worried, you know, if he leaks my stuff, he leaks my stuff. The worst that someone can do is probably send me a pizza or send me a hooker. Um, in which I can deny both. And it's kind of like, if he sends that stuff to my house, or if anyone, like, if he were to leak it and somewhere else to send it, it's kind of like, well, our address is in the phone book. Like, technically, someone could have just, like, flipped to a random page, picked an address, and sent something to your house. So it's not like, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm not worried. I'm probably going to be a little paranoid for a little bit of time, just because I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I honestly don't know what he has on me. I'm assuming, like I said, I'm assuming that he doesn't have too much if he doesn't know things like my Skype. So, he asked me for my Skype, which was really funny. I was like, no. Because one thing is, like, if you add people on Skype, they're able to see your IP address. Or they can get a hold of it. So, yeah, that's not happening. But yeah, I don't know. He's just a really delusional kid who thinks he knows how to hack. He's one of those, like, typical gamers who thinks they're cool, can't get a girl, so they have to resort to doxing and hacking and threatening and blackmailing people. So, technically, I could go to the authorities and do something about him, but honestly, it's not really worth my time. He's just probably a kid. So I'm not too worried. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I will definitely see you tomorrow. Like I said, once again, at the very end of the video, I do apologize for not having uploaded a video yesterday. But like I said, not really in the right state of mind. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.